Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the ZTE Blade V20 Smart after about 10 months of using it, and we're going to talk about 6 reasons why I still recommend using this device. So I have been using the ZTE Blade V20 Smart for about, like almost a year now. It's been 10 months, but we're coming up on 2022. It's the end of 2021, and this is still a really cool phone in my opinion, and I'm going to tell you guys 6 reasons why I still recommend using this device. Now, there's a ton of reasons why you could pick to use this device, right? Because it's got a really nice build. The first thing I really like about this device is there's not many phones that have a screen this big. So it's 6.82 inches HD plus display, and we'll get into the display in a little bit more detail, but 6.8 inches, and you can see I'm powering on the device right now. It does have the ZTE logo right there, powered by Android. And the first thing you'll notice is it does have a nice design because there's no fingerprint on the back, and it won't have any fingerprints whatsoever on this device. So for the most part, it's always going to look clean no matter what you do to it. It's got this really nice back cover on it with like a wavy kind of a pattern to it. Kind of reminds you of like the solar system or something, but it looks really psychedelic, really crazy to look at. And I love the display on here. I like the size of this device. And let me unlock the device real quick. So, the display is pretty decent as well. It's a 6.8 inch display, HD plus, 20 by 5.9 aspect ratio, 720 by 1640. We also have a fingerprint and a facial ID on here as well. And we also do, I'm going to talk about some more reasons why I do recommend this device, but that first thing is that huge display, 6.8 inches. Now, the second thing is that this device does have some pretty useful cameras inside of it. And one of the things you're going to notice is that the cameras are completely flush inside of the phone. So it doesn't stick out whatsoever. It's completely flat on this device. I'm not sure, LG usually does it like that. But ZTE kind of took, a page out of LG's playbook, and they did take that and they did run with it, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. So we are getting, we're getting the main camera on here, the 16 megapixel rear, 8 megapixel wide angle, 2 megapixel portrait, and 2 megapixel macro. So a ton of cameras in here, along with the side mounted fingerprint, which is actually going to work really nice. So they have some decent hardware on this device. And then on the front camera, it's definitely going to be pretty useful. It's an 8 megapixel as well. And like I said, you won't really be complaining about the cameras on this guy because they're actually going to be pretty decent when it comes to taking a look at these cameras. And let me just show you what I mean. But it's not going to be like 4K or something like that. But you can see you get your settings right here. So you can change it. Some of the settings right here. So it's a pretty clean interface. It does give you a variety of options like mirror your face. You can do save location, camera sound, change the path if you have an SD card inside of your device, right? And then you can flip the camera right here. And then when you flip the camera around, it'll take you to the video. It will give you the option for wide angle in photos and stuff like that, but you could take the video on here as well. You could take the photos. You also do get some other features right here like time lapse for the video. When you go over back to pictures, you will get other things like macro right here when you swipe to the left, and then it'll take you to that macro camera, which is going to be a close-up camera for about 2 to 5 centimeters away. And it's gonna, if you know how to use it, it's gonna get some really cool shots like this one, where it'll just like do a close-up kind of angle on different circumstances. So the second reason is the cameras, right? So the first reason is the size of the device, 6.8 inches, and they got to make more devices at this size because there's not that many that are this good to feel in the hand with that panel. So The third thing is it's going to give you 128 gigabytes of internal storage. So if you go over to the settings right here and you go into storage, you're going to notice that not only are you going to be able to get a ton of storage out of this thing, but I still have a free 103. So that's pretty crazy. It just kind of shows you how much storage you can get out of here. But like I said, the storage is going to be another really good thing about this device, because you can always put an SD card inside your phone to expand upon the 128, right? So I definitely think that's the third reason that I still recommend this device in 2021 going into 2022. But the overall software is pretty decent. It's not going to get like too many updates, so I just want to be 100% honest with you, like that it won't get crazy updates if we go into system and we try to update it. We are on Mi Favor 10.1, but you know, ZTE doesn't really launch out updates like that for these type of budget phones, so just keep that in mind. I just want to throw that out there. It's still Android, you know, pretty much 10 on here, so I just want to let you guys know that it is running on Android 10, so you know, that's pretty cool. But there's nothing I don't like about Android 10. It was a really good software, still really clean and everything of that nature. Now the fourth thing I would say that you should get this device in 2021, why I still recommend it, is it does have you know, a headphone jack, but the battery is a 5,000 milliamp hour battery as well, Type-C for the charging. And the speakers are pretty cool because we're going to get a really nice sound, the DTS sound quality out of these speakers, so you can kind of customize the sound to your preference. And they give you a variety of different options to choose from to tailor the sound to your liking. And you know, I just really like all of the options that they provide for you when you're in this, when you're using it. So you can actually boost up some of the things that you do want to use when you're kind of checking it out for the sound. But the battery is going to be really crazy, 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And the last reason I would say would be like price to performance, because you can actually pick this guy up for about $119 if you buy it on the used market on Amazon. Make sure I leave the cheapest links down below, but you're going to be able to play this guy right here on, you know, smooth and medium. But you know, it's not going to be really like a gaming phone, but it still has that MediaTek Helio P60 inside of it, so you can play some decent games on here. And I did check online, so if you do want it brand new, it's going to be about still under $200. It's going to be $167, which is a really good price as well. So this guy is rocking, you know, a Spectrum UNOSOC SC 9863A, which is going to be like equivalent to the P60. It's probably going to be a little bit under the P60, to be 100% honest with you. But it can still hold up on the graphics. It's got the Power VR GE8322 plus 4 gigabytes of RAM coupled along with 128 for the ROM. So it's going to be just pretty decent when it comes to the graphics on PUBG, not too crazy. You will definitely be able to get some gameplay out of here, but the performance on here will be just like a little bit over mediocre. It won't be trash, but it'll be really good when you compare it to other phones in the same price point. But for $119, this is going to be an actual steal. But if you could also get it for $160, so I'll make sure to leave the cheapest links down below. But you know, like I said before, it's going to be pretty good for gaming. Anything you have to do on the display is going to look pretty sweet when it comes to the display, so I definitely think that's pretty cool. Also, the software on here is pretty smooth as well. You got your flashlight, location, vibration, Bluetooth 5.0, hotspot, screen lock, you know, lock as well, screenshot and lock as well, night light for when you're reading books. You even get the screen recorder on this guy, power saver, ultra battery saver, data saver, the DTS mode, and sync and Z-Pop, which is going to be like a way to do like shortcuts on your device with one hand. So this thing is pretty loaded when it comes to features, but let me know what you guys think about the ZTE Blade V20 Smart in 2021 21 going into 2022. But if you like this device, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think would be pretty cool to use about this device in 2021. But I'm going to get right back with you. I'm going to show up in the comment section as well. But I definitely like the things that I mentioned. The face recognition is on here. We do also get the fingerprint sensor on here as well. Headphone jack, Type-C. The price is right. It's got a huge display. Headphone jack on here. Receded cameras with a lot of features inside of the cameras as well. But, the only thing is going to be like it won't really get updates. So I just wanted to throw that out there. But you do get like a slightly big chin on the bottom as well. But that's not something I would really care about. And also that dewdrop notch doesn't really bother me either. But let me know what you guys think about this guy in 2021. I still think I would still recommend it. These are my top 6 reasons why. The battery life as well. And, it's got a really decent processing speeds on here. It's not going to be the craziest in the world when it comes to processing. It will get a bit hot when you game on here, but it has a 16 megapixel and an 8 megapixel in the rear. And, it will charge at some pretty decent, I think I said Bluetooth 5.0, but it might be Bluetooth 4.2 just to cut costs, and 10 watts fast charging, which is cool. But that's about it. I'm going to get right back with you, answer all your questions in the comment section, but I'll make sure to leave a link down below where you can get this budget beast for $120 for this season, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.